Next episode of Water Boys will be a little different, but it'll be a surprise. Please watch.
It'd be like a surprise birthday party. You just won't know what's coming.
Aiden, whip out your cock.
Not now.
And cut. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode, but honestly, I really have to go to the bathroom, dude. I'm sorry, but
It's all right, bro.
just like tell me where your bathroom is.
It's like down the hall, and then like, you know the tiger pit?
The one next to the dragon pit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I can find my wolf.
You
Okay.
piss on the tigers.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I can do that. All
and
right.
then you go into the bathroom.
All right, thanks, man. All right, I'll be back in a bit.
Oi, bruv. What the fuck you doing in here, bruv?
I'm recording a podcast, bro.
The fuck you doing in here?
I'm recording a podcast, bro.
Yo, boy, yo, bloke. I got him right here.
What?
I got him right here.
What the fuck?
And I'll shoot him if you say nothing.
Aiden!
Now, the sports shit, mid. Right? Sports insanely mid. We talking about games now.
Are you actually British?
No.
No, how are you doing?
Anyway.
Welcome to Water Boys.
This is video game version. Because
Introducing my co-host Aiden.
yeah, that's me. This is Aiden Lewis. I'm Jewish. We want to talk about games now, huh?
What the fuck do you come in here for? Aiden is strapped to the wall.
You left the door open, bro.
That was Aiden. Why'd you strap him to a wall?
I kind of like it though.
I want to, huh?
I kind of like it though. It's kind of comfortable. up
Look,
here.
Aiden, too cute. All right.
I agree.
can't be talking to that man.
Hey man, I'm right
Can
here.
we-
I'm strapped to this wall.
Can we just get to the podcast now?
We are on the podcast, bro.
Oh yeah, all right. First we gotta talk about Hero and Smash.
Hero and Smash insanely go.
It is insanely go, but RNG though.
Huh?
RNG,
Huh?
RNG,
Huh?
random shit. And you know who don't like random shit? Esports goons. Esports goons do not like that, and they're
Etiquette-
trying to ban them.
Etika didn't die for this shit. He didn't die
Alright,
for
I'm
this
about
shit.
to go. See ya.
Wait. We just started.
Look, bro, you can't just bring up.
I haven't
Etika.
even seen the fucking list of topics.
Look, okay.
We started a podcast and you don't even. What is
Look.
happening?
It's in the dome. I want to talk about Hero and Smash. How do you feel about Hero?
Hero go. Like
Talk about his moves.
so the last time we hang out, we played Smash at Aiden, who is currently bound and gagged to a wall. He's suffocating. He's screaming for help, and just we don't know how to help him.
He has a heart on though. He clearly likes it.
Uh-huh.
This is so bad. And
This is go.
this is go.
What makes this podcast great is how terrible it is.
Exactly.
Last
Anyway.
time we played, it was I forget all the mid who were in there. Fuck, I can't say that. I forget all the mid people who were there. But
Insane amount of mid people.
I went against Ian and I dropped this man Ian like twice with Hero, and it was my first time ever playing as the goon.
Hero is insanely good.
Hero
Wait,
is
maybe a little
insanely
too good.
It's fine. Sakurai knew what he was doing.
I don't know. Those esports goons are trying to ban it.
Have you ever talked to an esports goon?
They smell a lot.
They smell like
They do.
Aiden.
You want to actually look at the topics on my Google Docs?
Yes.
I actually have smelly smash people as one of the
Let me
points.
see the
All right, you can look through the topics now.
Hold on, Aiden, am I allowed to talk about? Bro, do I have to bleep out his name every single time?
No,
Is a smelly ass fool.
I think you could talk about.
All right.
Just like maybe censored the name.
Smell.
Yeah, just censor his name. So like every time.
No, that's what I'm fucking asking.
Smells bad.
No, censor his name. Like nobody knows what we're talking about. Just like, can we talk about and then like beep, that kind of stuff.
Like the guy, like when he says he's a plant, like no, like I bleeped out the
Nobody
name,
knows
so
what
nobody knows what I'm
nobody
talking
knows what the
about.
fuck he's talking about.
That's how bad this podcast is. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Borderlands. Okay, Nintendo taking down YouTube music
No, no,
channels.
no,
Hold
no,
on.
no,
Well,
I
okay,
got it,
I
I
am
got
not informed on any of that. What the fuck?
All right.
What is that?
You wanted which one? Nintendo?
Yeah, like what is that? Because you mentioned it,
Okay,
but I
you
had no
know,
idea
you know
what's going on.
how you play Kirby or some,
Mhm.
and you listen to that sick ass soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to look it up, and it's always like best anime. I'm not
You fucking weeb.
best video game OST of all time, and it's the Kirby soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
You click on it, and it's always that one dude. Like I forgot his name,
Huh.
but it's like there's like a bunch of different channels dedicated to video game music, and now Nintendo is just giving them copyright strikes, and their channels are getting taken down.
What the? Why?
I don't know, and you can't even get the music legally.
What the fuck? What? So do you just have to like buy a Super Nintendo to listen to the Kirby Superstar soundtrack?
Yes, you have to just go to the level you want to hear and just leave it there.
It's fucking. That's dumb as shit. Nintendo did that thing where they were taking down a bunch of videos like a while back, but like we talked
That was
about.
like when Mario Kart came out for the Wii U.
Yeah, but like I told you how like some of that shit wasn't intentional. Like Nintendo would like sometimes like take down like videos and stuff because like and Sega would do it, Konami would do it, all like big video game companies would do it. But like some of that shit wasn't like they're doing. It's because the YouTube copyright system is like completely trash. Like they're-
Japanese dudes, bro.
Can we just say Konami not go anymore?
Konami been not GOAT. When is the last time Konami was GOAT?
Exactly.
They ain't been GOAT since like Super Nintendo era.
Huh?
Yeah. I stand by my statement.
And they published Metal Gear Solid 5 though.
Metal Gear Solid ain't Konami. That's Kojima. Let's be
I know
real.
it is.
Let's
but
be real.
They got it out.
So
And then they kicked Kojima out.
they kicked
When he was gonna make a Silent Hill game.
It would have been a GOAT Silent Hill game.
The demo was insane. It got like many people.
Did you
played.
think PT was gonna actually be a third-person game, or did you think it was gonna be a first-person game?
I think it was gonna be third person
Really?
because Silent Hill been third person.
I think it would have been interesting to have it as a first-person game, just because PT was fucking scary as shit.
But then they wouldn't have gotten a Walking Dead dude. Walking Dead.
Norman
dude.
Reedus?
Yeah.
All right, this is Hideo Kojima. He's at a meeting with Konami of Japan. He walks in. He's like, "Reason, I know we have David Hayter.
That is racist.
I'm gonna do like a quick flash of the CEO of racism pick right in the middle of it." He walks in. He's like, "I know we have David Hayter. He GOAT, but we have this dude, Keith. Don't even get me started on Keith, bro. You ain't got the answers. You don't have the answers. Keith is mid. Keith was the most mid snake that there's ever been.
To be fair,
No, not to be fair. Keith was fucking trash.
David Hayter is GOAT.
David Hayter insanely GOAT.
And honestly, I don't know why they kicked him off without even telling him.
They kicked him out, and they were like, "We're making a new Metal Gear," and then David was like, "Huh?"
Hmm?
They didn't even tell him.
Exactly.
They drafted Potato Sutherland to voice. That's mid.
What else does Konami do?
They made the TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
They top now. They top. That's GOAT. That's some GOAT.
Konami bought Hudson. When the fuck did they buy Hudson? The company that made like Adventure Island and shit.
Back to the topic at hand, which was YouTube taking down Nintendo style music. I mean, wait, that's backwards. Nintendo taking down YouTube.
Nintendo bought YouTube.
They did. They bought Google.
They didn't buy Google. They just bought YouTube.
No, they just bought the channels.
I look back and Aiden is fucking dying.
It was, anyway, I don't like how smelly the Smash people are.
Are they really that smelly? I've
heard stories of how bad it was.
I don't know if you look at. Do you think? Okay, you know Zero, right? You know who Zero is?
No.
Okay,
Bro.
that man looks like he fucking smells like. Dude. That man
I
looks
bet you
so
he's not
fucking
even this. He's not even bad. That's
Yeah.
It's probably like the no names that go to the Smash tournaments. I think there was one story where a guy shat onto one of like the chairs while he was playing. I don't know. That made my memory's bad. This ain't a podcast of truth. This is a podcast of just goonery. Luis, can you talk about poop?
No.
Your poop not pink? Yeah, poop on. Okay.
Harry held up his phone like.
Some people are theorizing that Nintendo might make a music app, like the YouTube music type beat. Now, would you pay for that?
So okay, I can't. Obviously, this is a podcast. It's audio only. So what Harry just witnessed is my doing my Face ID for my phone, but I calibrated it weird. So every time I do the Face ID, I make a really dumb face. So Harry looked at me and was just like, "Huh."
That was a perfect recreation of what just happened. Anyway,
I have the Nintendo Switch Online app, even though I don't own a Nintendo Switch, but I will.
I have it and I don't even use it.
What is it for?
I don't know. Voice chat.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's for voice chat for Splatoon 2, and I think
Wait,
one other app.
Wait, how does Fortnite do voice chat?
They figured out something Nintendo didn't. Fortnite, you could just plug in headphones and use that.
Okay, that's how Speen does it, and I tell him to get the
Spleen?
fuck off of Fortnite.
There's a man named Spleen in here.
That is a man named
It's just a 25-minute episode of Aiden ranting about Speen playing Fortnite.
Speen plays too much Fortnite. He be doing them build battles. He kind of quirky though.
Enjoy voice chat while gaming. Check in game-related info. Okay. Sign into your Nintendo account.
Oh yeah, you don't have one, huh?
I do.
3DS fool.
I have a 3DS and a Wii U.
Bruh.
You're a fucking dick.
Bro.
You're a fucking ass.
I didn't do anything. Anyway.
What is the rest of your topics? Because you know what this podcast is ultimately for.
All right, yeah, of course. I just want to say, how did Fortnite figure out how to do voice chat when Nintendo needs you to download a phone app on their own console?
This is what happened. Fortnite walked into Nintendo of America. They murdered Reggie.
Exactly.
They grabbed Reggie's Nintendo Switch and then implanted that technology into every single copy of Fortnite. The only logistical way they could have done it.
Have you seen like the diagram? They like made a whole diagram for like the Splatoon 2 headset where you have to plug it into the Switch and plug it into your phone.
What?
Plug it into like this box, I think. I don't know. You could put it up on the screen for a sec. I'm probably stupid and it looks nothing like that, but I know it's look.
It's fucking mid.
I can't say the R word. I'm sorry.
You cannot.
I'm sorry. All right. Speaking of companies doing shitty things, like taking out YouTube videos, the Borderlands developers did another shitty thing.
What do they do? I'm like out of the loop
Basically-
completely on game news.
Of
So
course. Basically,
that was the whole point of this podcast.
they released a trailer, and in the trailer, there's like a link to a Twitch channel. You go to that Twitch channel, and that Twitch channel is linked to other Twitch channels, which have videos of Borderlands 3, which is not leaked to the not shown to the public. And so a guy went in there, got the videos, put it on his channel. He made like 7 videos, and then Borderlands developers like, what? Excuse me. They copyright strike all 7 videos, and his channel almost got deleted, but they like kind of took it off, and they also sent goons, private investigators, to his house.
What the
to
fuck?
talk to
That's
him.
fucking scary, dude. That's actually crazy.
Imagine you just uploading a video, and then Nintendo sends Reggie to your house and kills you.
After I uploaded my Mario video, they sent Doug Bowser to my house and just strangled me.
Hey, you can't do that. Hey, you can't do that.
That is insane. Take-Two different for that one. And honestly, who cares about Borderlands anymore?
Who plays Borderlands?
Borderlands
no longer go.
it's not GOAT. Bro, you just go around a map and then find wacky, like, quirky dudes. Take-Two also mid for other things too.
Take-Two mid for existing.
Take-Two mid for the Red Dead 2.
I haven't played Red Dead 2.
Bro.
Aiden, do you have a PS4?
I do.
Have you played Red Dead 2?
Well,
I did not
someone's
have-
coming that's been playing Red Dead 2.
I did
Have you
not
played it?
I have
Yes.
not. I
How
did
is it?
not play
It's
Red Dead
good.
Redemption
It's a
2.
really good game, and it sucks that the workers got crunched.
Wait, hold on. So, what is this whole shit going on right now with the industry about like workers getting dick hours?
Almost like, honestly, like games, anime, movies, they're all getting all the workers are getting fucked. They're getting crunched.
Do they not have a union?
I don't think the
'Cause
game.
I know, like,
I don't think the game
I don't
game
think the
developers.
gaming
I don't
does,
think
but
they.
I know that for a fact that movies
Movies do,
because
yeah.
Editing,
Movies-
There's an editing union. There's cinematography, that kind of stuff.
I think
there's
the
unions for
Japanese-
them, yeah.
Yeah.
The Japs are too proud for a union.
No, because the anime union, the shit with anime is that like a lot of the problem isn't with the voice actors. It's that like it's insane how much these people have to make. like how much they have to how many shows they have to make and how little time they have to do it.
It's insane. It's like the Attack on Titan animators. They're all going through like overtime and everything, and it's mandatory overtime.
Huh?
That's what Crunch is. Crunch is they make him work overtime and it's mandatory.
Wait,
And you basically work
why not
insane.
Just give them the hours if it's mandatory.
You work.
Mandatory overtime is just, hey, can you work a little longer?
Overtime is more convenient for a worker in a case because they pay you more. Mandatory overtime doesn't serve the same function though in animation because you're basically just working the same amount.
Yeah, so just give them those hours anyway. So why make it? That sounds so weird. Hey, you have mandatory overtime. Show up or you stay here until fucking 2:00 in the morning. Like, it doesn't make sense. Just give them those hours straight away.
Let's go.
Just give them those hours straight away.
It's basically like with Amazon. And I saw this thing on Twitter where there are these fake Amazon accounts of people. I think Amazon set them up to make it look like workers. Like, it's so nice at Amazon. Working there is so great. I don't care if I get overtime. I get to eat good lunch or something.
Jeff Bezos comes to my house. He gives me massages sometimes.
There was like the picture was like a short young Asian dude, and it was like, my grandchildren love me working on Amazon. It's like, oh.
I saw an Amazon worker driving an Amazon bus or whatever the fuck they're called.
Why is there such thing as an Amazon bus?
To deliver.
Amazon
The bus is probably
They don't use They don't use UPS or USPS for some things anymore.
Right.
They like deliver in their own Amazon.
Wait, are you talking
truck.
about like a truck or
Yeah,
a
like
bu-
a truck.
I was thinking like a school bus that just said Amazon on the
it's
side.
just a truck. It's just a truck.
You see a school bus full of Amazon workers, and they're all crying and just trying.
They're like pulling people out of their houses, pointing guns at them. Hey, get into the damn bus.
Like against the rule, like you want to work for Amazon? No, no, no. Let's go.
Alright.
Let's go.
And
What do you have anything more on your
I
dumb
have a lot. I
mid-ass
have a
list?
shut up. I got this.
You're the
Anyway.
guest on a podcast between me and Aiden. This is a sports podcast.
I'm holding y'all hostage. That's what's going on here.
Waiting for you guys
Anyway.
to commence your main fucking battle.
Anyway, take two.
A-
They're
A-
mid.
Aiden, how is it on the wall?
It's comfy. I'm actually not gonna lie. I actually prefer it up here than being down there with y'all.
We haven't. We
Kiss
haven't.
me. Kiss me.
He's gagged to a wall. I don't know how he's able to speak.
I forgot to put tape on his mouth.
Oh.
Anyway, basically Take Two is still mid, and another mid thing they did was put actual real gambling into GTA Online.
Wait, what?
A new update came out where they put casinos in, and you
What?
could use the GTA money, which you could buy with real money. So it's basically gambling, like actual like. You,
That's actually so fucking
That
smart.
is
though.
top.
That's actually so fucking smart.
you know what else? How y'all?
You know the Vince McMahon meme that I sent about girls in the fucking chat, where it's like him. I'm gonna show you right now.
No, we can't do this right
No,
now.
I'm not.
This is the podcast.
Well, I'm showing you.
What is-
This one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is
Put it on the screen and then make one.
This is Nintendo not putting voice chat and just not putting proper voice chat into the console, and this is GTA Online putting actual gambling into the game. Let's go.
Speaking of gambling,
Let's go.
how y'all feel about microtransactions in games?
Microtransactions is the most mid shit that's ever happened.
It used to
Why
be
does
just,
it exist?
It used to be just on phone games.
Why does it exist?
I don't know.
Because
Like-
we're fucking greedy. What do you mean? Of
No,
course-
I get that, but I'm saying like, what's the point of having to? I don't want to just level up and then like I can't get good ass gear because I have to buy like an expansion pack to get the good ass gear
Yeah.
after leveling up. That doesn't make sense.
Speaking of microtransactions, let's go back a little to Take Two. These people make 2K, and 2K is one like sports games in general are some of the worst. The worst with microtransactions.
I agree.
What is that? That's this man's showing me 2K12 on the PSP, bruh. How you do dribble moves on that?
No, I can tell from experience because Speam does this shit all the time. Like, yeah, 2K, Madden, they're all terrible with their fucking money and their microtransactions and like how greedy they are. Especially like Madden because it's EA. You know, that's the thing.
EA insanely mid. EA is like probably the most mid company.
Dude, yeah,
Aside from
they're just so
Activision.
greedy. And 2K too. I mean,
Does
like,
Activision even exist?
Activision
I don't
used to
even
be
know
Is
what's
it
happening.
still around?
Activision got
Activision-
Destiny yeeted away from them. I'm pretty sure.
Really? So
Who are
Bungie
the
had just
Destiny developers? Is it Bungie?
Bungie.
Bungie.
Yeah.
Bungie used to be so goat.
Yeah.
Then they made Destiny.
They were
Anyway,
beast.
with 2K, you buy the game, right? $60. Same game as last year. Little tweaks, little polish of animations, and then you pay like $50 worth of microtransactions to get VC just
Yeah.
to upgrade
I
your
don't play 2K, so.
upgrade your
I play 2K and it's like impossible to like grind for VC. Like,
Grinding?
they give you so little VC for like completing like major like challenges in the game.
That's fucking mid.
Like they give you so little, like it's ridiculous.
They give you shit VC when you're playing. You level up insanely slow, and you start at 60 overall. Basically, a man, you start a character that gets into the NBA, but he can't play basketball because he's 60 overall. So you're basically forced against your will, if you want to play my career, to spend like 40 or to $50 to upgrade him to 80
The
to
fuck?
80 overall, and then you have to just work your way up.
Either that or you just grind all day, like 14 hours of. Just
So do you
2K
guys
per
think
day.
the people who have like the black Air Forces on and they're my player like defensive gods?
They'll kill you?
Exactly.
They'll kill you.
0 points, 5 rebounds, 17 steals, 19 blocks.
And then you gotta redo that for any new characters you want to play as. So if you don't want to play as a center anymore and you want to play a shooting dude, you gotta pay $40.
This is a sports podcast.
You gotta pay
And
$40.
Harry just said shooting dude.
I'm trying to remember if 2K had a thing where you can transfer your my player into like the next game.
I don't
No.
think so.
I
No.
think that they had talks about that. But
You
then it
thought,
never,
fool.
I think they had talks about that, but it never materialized because 2Ks are like,
All they
retarded.
have is you putting your face on the dude with your phone, and it always looks bad. You can make yourself black.
That's what
That is
that's what-
that is top. So what other types of microtransactions do y'all hate?
I don't have any of the games that I used to because I just got a new phone, but I got that Fire Emblem like shit,
Oh no.
like the app.
The thing that basically funds the next game. They get so much money off of that.
Do
It's
they really?
insane.
Do you
Bro,
pay?
No,
Because I didn't. I went through like a tutorial. That's all I did.
I think there's like
Have you played
a
Mario Run?
bunch. Huh?
Have you played Mario Run?
I played a little. I didn't pay for like the premium version or
I
whatever.
haven't either. It's okay.
Paying for a phone game is insanely hard, even though it's like $3.
It's just the commitment.
I don't want to pay $1 for a game on a phone.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. All the Nintendo like mobile app games, they're not that bad. Like
They're
compared
not.
to like a lot of the shit that people put out, they're not that bad.
Yeah,
It's just that like the mid part about it is that like you could just have a Switch.
that's true.
Like why get Mario Run when you could just have a Switch?
Why get a phone? You don't need a phone anymore.
Wait, huh?
Just buy Switch. Even though there's no browser on it yet.
There isn't?
There is no browser.
What are you?
You can't watch porn on that. You can't watch hentai, bro.
I was gonna ask like how do you Google stuff, and then Harry's like,
Well, there's no browser.
"There's
no browser.
You can't watch porn, bro."
I mean, what else are you gonna use Google for?
Google.
You gonna Google on Google?
Have you ever Googled Google?
Yeah, but like, it's by accident. No, it's by accident. Like I type it into the
You type it into the search bar.
into
and
the
then
address bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like expecting to put google.com, but then it doesn't autofill in. I just go to Google.
I'm gonna Google right now.
Stop.
Give
Why
me,
do they even have that? It should just go to Google.
give me your next topic, motherfucker.
All
As I
right.
Google.
I want to talk about other kinds of microtransactions that I think are good.
If
That I
ty-
think
if
are
you
somewhat
hold on.
fine.
Guys, if you Google, it just sends you. It just gives you a link to the Google homepage.
Exactly. That's what it always been. That's what I've always been doing. So basically, I think microtransactions are fine if it's a free-to-play game, and if the stuff you're buying,
Wait, so
if the stuff
wait,
you're
I thought microtransactions were exclusively for free to play.
what?
What?
No, I meant for like a mobile game. I'm saying,
Oh,
aren't
no.
they? Really?
I think there are some games
Because I know there's
pay for.
microtransactions in like shit like for a console. That's obvious. But I'm saying like mobile games. I thought they were like free to play, but like you have to like pay for like the good shit.
I think most of them are free to play because
'Cause that's
they
how the
want
mar-
people
that's how the
playing the
Mario Kart one
game.
is doing.
But I think there could be. I haven't checked the iOS store. I haven't looked at it in a long time. There's probably a game you could buy and has microtransactions in.
What? Hold on, fellers. Before we go to the main event, what the fuck is this with the Minecraft resurgence?
Huh?
What is this with the Minecraft resurgence? It's not only the boys who are playing Minecraft. Like
yeah, it's
everybody on
Minecraft.
YouTube are just playing Minecraft right now.
I was playing Minecraft like since
Y'all need
last
y'all
year.
need to convince me Minecraft Go.
Minecraft is GOAT.
Minecraft is GOAT.
Y'all need to convince me on that. I never played it.
Minecraft, okay, it's just the sheer like
I didn't have a
the
computer.
sheer
to get it.
playability of Minecraft. It's just that you can just make stuff for like hours at a time.
Creative
and
mode
just
mid.
do
Apparently.
stuff.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You play with Legos, bro?
I have
Do you like
I have
Legos?
Legos literally.
All right,
right
you
there.
love playing with Legos, right?
Yeah.
Minecraft is a step above that.
Minecraft is just it's like
It's literally
video game Legos.
It's
And
Legos.
just taking it to like an infinite.
It's
step.
Legos with the
'Cause you don't
story
have-
mode.
'cause
Like
you don't have to buy the Legos. Minecraft is just everything there for you.
it's Legos with an adventure added to it.
I'm not getting Minecraft until I get a VR set.
I mean,
Minecraft in VR sounds
People-
insanely fun.
People have spent 10 years on Minecraft project.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think somebody made like King's Landing in Minecraft, and it took them like 8-9 years because they
fuck?
There's
because
probably a
they did everything like from scratch. Like they didn't copy paste buildings and shit like that. They made every building from scratch, and everything is like unique. And I'm like, dang, you really like spent a decade of your life making this virtual city in Minecraft.
for a mid show.
How many? That for a mid show. Never seen Game of Thrones once. Don't care, dude.
Watched it.
They made,
Ending
like,
was
other-
bad.
Dude, they've made like Lord of the Rings stuff and that kind of shit.
Lord of the Rings top.
There's probably someone right now working on a full Dead Star, life size, in Minecraft. I don't know if you could do that. Life size would be insane. But
There's somebody in Minecraft recreating Aiden's body.
Dude,
right
imagine
now.
a Death Star in Minecraft. That'd be crazy.
that'd be insane. You can't even make a sphere in Minecraft.
I'm doing it. I'm looking this up.
What?
I'm
There's
looking
probably
at-
small versions, but like
Is this a thing?
I don't know. I'm saying okay.
Death Star.
Free to play microtransactions are good,
Because yeah, you're not paying for it
but
initially.
it cannot make you the microtransactions should not make you better at the game or make you win more.
Yeah,
It has to be purely cosmetics,
I agree.
and
Yeah.
it has to be reasonably priced. Even though
If I want to get $1 for like a pack of like, if I want to pay $1 for like a pack of like, let's say like 10 different outfits, that
Mhm.
like the marginal increase of like stat usage is like not even that much, that's worth it. But like if I'm paying like $1 for like armor that is essential to like beat the game,
or it's like $100 armor.
yeah,
That's just that's insanely mid. But
that's not even mid. That's low. That's low tier.
honestly, I think the best microtransactions in game, even though I think the game's insanely mid, is Fortnite, because you get to choose which outfit you get, unlike loot boxes where you just hope you get the right one.
Did you guys hear the thing about Loot Crate going out of business? Like
Did I say loot crate instead of boxes?
No, you said loot box, but I'm
Okay.
saying like because you said loot box, I was like, I remember the Loot Crate was going out
Loot
of business.
crates. Who buys loot crates
Who-
instead of YouTubers that like unbox
Like
it?
legit, nobody buys. That's why they're going out of business, because nobody buys them. Like, because everything that you get in a Loot Crate box, you could get for cheaper somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's like you're just gonna get it, and it's like 5 things, like
It's
one,
5
like
things
2
that-
things you actually want.
Yeah,
5 things from series you don't even know what they're from,
exactly.
and then you just can't do anything with
Like
it.
the anime like Loot Crate boxes, you have no idea how much like basic anime shit there is in there. It's like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, like My Hero Academia, which is a good show. Apparently, haven't seen it yet.
It's a good show.
But like, it's like all the like biggest anime, Attack on Titan. Like, doesn't matter how good it is. If it's popular, it's in a Loot Crate box.
I remember like seeing Loot Crate on like Vsauce videos.
It got big for like a
yeah,
while.
I remember like
it
back
got
in
really
like
big.
2012, and I was like, damn, this actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, like-
Vsauce made his own loot crate type beat.
Vsauce is Loot Crate.
Vsauce go.
Vsauce is go.
Michael here.
What are you
Vsauce
gonna say,
Michael
Aiden?
Nothing. I wasn't gonna say anything. Bro.
Oh.
I'm still strapped to this fucking wall.
Don't fall, buddy. Let me check. Let me check the list right now.
This podcast is turning out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's weird. Madden mid.
Madden mid. Madden
Hold
mid.
on.
Okay.
Is that the
Fucking
next?
mid.
Yeah,
Madden
sports.
is actually
Sports
mid.
games is the next topic. Even though
Okay,
we,
because we got inclusive
talk-
sports.
bro,
We're rapid fire. Madden mid. 2K mid.
okay.
FIFA.
FIFA's the worst thing.
FIFA is the worst.
So I already
abomination
don't
ever.
like soccer. I don't like soccer is a mid sport.
I like soccer.
I mean,
Aiden doesn't like
football.
soccer.
Football.
I'm actually gonna sound really white here, but like I played like all the sports video games, and I can like tell you that the best one, like other than like 2K, because like
MLB The Show.
yeah, MLB The Show is actually like a really good sports.
MLB
game.
The Show is
like,
the best
for people who like baseball, like people who don't like baseball.
Even if you don't like baseball, like
it-
the
it's
mechanics are
actually,
really
like
good.
a really
At it.
fun game. MLB
Yeah.
The Show.
Before, sports games, you could play them single player and have fun.
Exactly.
Now you cannot.
Yeah.
Like it's insanely hard to get any enjoyment playing a sports game single player.
You could go play NBA Jam and have, or NBA Playground 2.
Yeah.
And have some fun playing even by yourself.
Now it's
Leveling up your goons. But now you gotta play with friends for any fun.
Yeah.
Because other than that, you're just grinding by yourself.
Is your mic on, Aiden?
I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just showing up slightly, like it's
think it
air. Hopefully we can hear him.
No, see, okay, the process that you guys don't understand about when I have to edit this podcast is that I have to do dynamics processing, which means that I have to make my audio and Aiden's audio the same amount of volume. So what happens is that sometimes it'll warp it. That's why it come out a little weird. But
Mhm.
let's go.
Speaking of Madden, they
Let me see the list.
hold on. We don't got a lot. We could just skip some of those.
You go on with your.
I need to look at it. I need to look at it.
No.
I need to look at it, bro. Oh, don't change anything. Basically, with Madden, is that a couple years ago, I think it was like at the beginning of the PlayStation and Xbox One generation, beginning of this generation.
Hold on. Okay, so what is this generation? Because I consider like, I don't consider the Nintendo Switch to be part of this generation. I consider the Wii U more to be part Nintendo's console during this generation.
Wii U was short-lived.
Well,
It was like barely.
It was 5 years. It was half
but
a
how
it was
many
half
of
a
those
decade.
years were part of this generation?
4.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the Switch has been for what, 2?
Now Nintendo's just like the transition, I guess.
Nintendo's been the transition.
But I mean, like before GameCube was there against Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Well, no, because the game
Nintendo 64 was there with the PlayStation.
No, because then before it used to be that Nintendo would make their console after the initial start. So for like that generation, I think it's the 8th, the Dreamcast came out first, then the PlayStation 2, then the GameCube and Xbox. And then it changed a little bit with the Xbox 360 coming out first, then the Wii, then the PS3, and then the Wii U came out first, and now it's just been like that.
It's just a weird whole thing.
Like the 3DS came out before the Vita.
Yeah. I feel bad for the Wii U.
The Wii U's a good
It wasn't marketed good.
I think
It was
'cause I heard
marketed
the biggest-
poorly.
The biggest complaint about the Wii U that I've heard is that people just always assumed that it was like a Wii.
But you.
Yeah, like you could like take, but like the tablet, like you could take it with you, and like that's what I think. Like people make the joke and like the Wii U was basically just like the proto Nintendo Switch, but like
Basically, the Switch is just what the Wii U
what
should
the-
have been.
Yeah, but the technology at the time wasn't right for it.
Yeah. Nintendo's still a little behind with third-party games not running well on their consoles. But
I don't think that complaint is as big as it could be with the Wii U though, because like with the Wii U, the big complaint was that there were like no third-party games for like half of that console's lifespan.
yeah. Like you got like maybe Black Ops 2. And then Batman Arkham City Recharged or whatever. Is that Oranges? I forgot which one.
Mid.
Basically, they got Arkham City and just put electric gloves in it. And then put on the Wii U. Wii U go for allowing you to play Wii games though.
I still have my Wii. I don't know why I do. I don't need it.
Basically,
Because my Wii doesn't play GameCube games. I have a GameCube.
this reminds me of how Just Dance was announced at E3, and then the Wii logo popped up, because that is a good move. Because then,
Gary's here?
fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude, Gary. Man,
Anyway.
fuck that dude, Gary. Is he outside?
Yeah.
All right.
Come in.
All right, we'll go outside in a bit. All right. Now we go for a commercial break, and then we'll come back with the argument of the century.
Thank you for watching the Waterboys podcast. This episode is brought to you by the hottest new car page on IG, SoCal Car Legends. Give it a follow. DM me a picture of your car, and we'll put it up, and you can become a legend yourself. Enjoy the podcast.
All right, and we're back. We acquired Mr. Gurgen Adzhoyan as a member of this crew. Say hi, Gary.
What's up, everybody? I promise not to put the microphone in my mouth, pop filter like Aiden does.
No, you have to. No, you have to. No, you have to. No, that mic doesn't pick up any sound unless you're like 1 inch away from it.
I'm still chained to the wall. Or actually, not chained, just tied
You're
to the wall.
bound and gagged to the wall.
Yeah, I'm still against the wall, but I think we can still
Somehow
have a
he
good
could
time.
telepathically speak into the mic, though.
It's cool. That
Uh,
Google Stadia shit mid though.
it is.
Okay, so what is it? Okay, I deadass have no idea what it is besides the fact that it's trash and that streaming game services are terrible and they're not going to take off.
Basically, you buy the box. The box is cheap. But all it does,
The OS is $1 million.
How much is the box?
200 some. It's cheap. Comes with the controller, but you could use any controller. You could use a PlayStation 4 controller if you want. Let's just plug it in.
Gary, if you're going to talk, you should talk into a microphone. Just
Anyway,
just take.
basically,
You have to
you-
like hold it close.
you pay for the Stadia services, or you pay for the Stadia services. You pay for the games. It's still $60, and it streams it to the box, and you play like that.
Would it not be terrible unless you have Ethernet?
It is fucking garbage, even if you have Ethernet.
How?
Try it. Streaming a game does not work.
Okay, so I don't have it anymore, but I told you how I had the Elgato Streamlink app, which is like anything that you're recording on the Elgato software, it broadcasts to your phone. That shit was insanely bad. Like remarkably awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
You just imagine playing a fighting game on that. It's not gonna work.
It doesn't happen. It can't happen.
Like maybe you could just play an RPG. That's it. Like
What
a JRPG. Like
What
You-
RPG are you gonna play?
You could play
You
Fire
could-
Emblem.
yeah, you could just Fire Emblem or anything that isn't time based. You just choose
Earthbound people going crazy.
exactly.
Earthbound people going
Hey,
crazy.
console for us. What are we gonna talk about after Stadia though? Oh yeah.
You're the
Every-
director for this episode.
Every time people ask about the Stadia and about the Wi-Fi, the Google doesn't even say they're gonna fix anything. They're just saying, "Oh, it's gonna get the internet infrastructure is just gonna get better by then." We just hope it does.
It'll be go.
I believe in Google.
We just
I
hope.
honestly believe in Google.
I do
Man,
not.
They made the most low key moves out of everybody.
Bro, they have a lot of failures though.
What do you mean?
You know anyone?
They
They
took
do.
over YouTube.
No,
you
no,
know
dude,
anyone-
deadass, any Google hardware has been trashed. Have you met anybody with a Pixel?
Yes.
Okay, have you met a
Gary.
majority of people with a
No,
Pixel?
but the dude that I know that has a Pixel, his picture quality is better than my iPhone XR.
I know, but like I'm saying, that's a minority case. How many people are going around owning a Google Pixel?
Well, I don't set up a T-Mobile stand and ask who has.
How many of y'all have a Google Plus account? Oh yeah, that's shut down, right? Oh,
Our whole school infrastructure was built off of Google. Google Slides, Google Docs.
okay.
Like,
No, because it's
That is-
cheap and affordable.
it works.
Yeah, no, it works. But I'm saying that's software. Google
Are you talking about
hardware.
hardware?
Yes, Google hardware sucks.
Because they only started making hardware like
The only
4 or 5 years ago.
the only Google hardware I know that still works is Chromecast, and that's just easy.
Mid.
That's just
Mid.
it's
Just own a Roku.
What do you mean?
You have to
Our
have a phone to use it.
Our entire infrastructure was built off of Google. Hello, Google Chrome. Like
No,
the
but that's
actual-
software.
Like
I'm saying
no,
hardware.
No. The laptops, my guy. The Chromebooks.
The Chromebooks are mid. Have you?
But they're. I know, but it's still like.
it's good
what
for
we-
schools
okay,
because it's cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
So cheap, affordable, and it works to a certain extent. It works to what we need it to work for, basically.
Yeah, that's what.
We're not out here running like 2 monitors with like playing like CS:GO on like 1080p. Like we're writing fucking book reports out here. Like we're fine.
All right,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
Google Plus it's shut down, right? Now
Yeah,
let's
okay,
say
so Google Plus was like a social media platform, but like
it was bad.
it didn't have like social media. Like you couldn't post.
It had a you could post, but nobody went on it. Nobody looked at what you posted.
I didn't
and-
know how you could see people's posts.
You just go on your Google. It just says Google Plus on Google. Click it, and it goes to your feed or whatever. But like, literally nobody used it. The only thing that will show up is when you change your YouTube profile picture. Like it'll show like, oh,
Y'all have a YouTube profile.
Yeah.
yes,
What is your YouTube profile?
Mine's
picture?
literally just a G.
No, I'm saying.
mine's just an S.
Really?
I'm probably gonna change it. I have to change it because I'm
Mine
Yeah.
is a picture of me that was taken in like 10th grade.
sick.
It's like me with like one of those like really old ass like headphones that they had at school and just sitting in a chair just like
That is a big oof. Those headphones suck.
they were
You look
Bro,
like the
no, like the old one.
You look like the air traffic controller, dude. You're like, bring it in Alpha Delta. We're bringing it. Coming in
In
for
the entire
approach.
school, there was no good any type of headphones.
You
The
remember-
headphones they give you during the S-back is
Exactly.
the worst thing
That shit was
possible.
ass.
That shit was amazing. What do you
You
mean?
couldn't even hear anything. You couldn't even hear your thoughts. They were so garbage.
Okay, what I'm saying is, you buy the games, right? $60.
What?
You get
Who
the
fuck is
license.
supporting it?
Basically, when you buy a game digitally, you only get the
No,
license.
but who's supporting it?
I don't know. Oh, a bunch of game developers are like Rockstar, one of them.
Rockstar mid.
Oh!
Yeah.
Sir,
We barring GTA.
We were talking about you just have to listen to the
Midnight
beginning.
Club. Bully.
No, hold on. We don't include when we talk Rockstar. We don't include GTA.
GTA good,
Oh,
Red Dead good, but how they run things is bad.
They're
Well,
terrible.
Obviously, they make productive and lucrative games.
Look,
I'm
they
saying-
do,
They do.
but their
But
workers
they're-
suffer
Exactly.
for all.
Fuck the workers. Like, you think, what the fuck?
We literally had a discussion earlier on the podcast about like how bad it is right now with like people working in the industry.
working overtime and it's mandatory.
Yeah, mandatory overtime, the most retarded shit I've
I can't even
Quit. I
fucking
don't-
hear you.
Quit.
Quit. I'm sorry. Why are you still working?
Look,
Actually,
bro.
you know what? I think my mic and Harry's mic could probably pick you up. You're gonna be very quiet though.
Alright. I'm strapped to the fucking wall.
Gary, if you hear Aiden trying to talk, eat the mic over to him.
I'm gonna throw it at his face. Hopefully,
My entire mixer is just gonna.
The
Okay.
mixer's gonna go to the wall, bro.
That's $150, coach.
Basically, what I'm trying to say, when you buy a game digitally on PS4, Xbox One, anything, you only get the license to play the game.
Yeah.
If the services go down, you lose the game. Like
Not-
this is like
Wait.
you cannot play the games anymore.
Okay, hold up.
Like
you-
this,
wait, hold
if you have
if
it
you buy
down,
a game on a Switch, digitally, you can play it whenever.
you could play it whenever.
Even
But,
if
like,
even if you
to
get rid of
download
that-
it-
even if you get rid of that Switch and get a different account.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying like if the eShop goes down,
Yeah.
every game on the eShop you cannot download it again.
Yeah.
It's just what you have what you have on
No,
the
but
Switch.
it's the same thing with the Wii Shop channel. The Wii Shop channel doesn't exist, but you can still play Wii Shop channel games that
Yes.
you already own.
Yes, but you can't. Can you re-download them?
No.
Exactly. Like this is like with Scott. Like you know Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game.
Mhm.
You cannot buy that game anymore at all. It's impossible to get the game digitally, and you could only play
can't get
if
the
you
game
already had it.
legally.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
there's that.
something similar to that. It's I was looking at on the Xbox store on the Xbox One. I know, don't even start about the Xbox, but
It's okay. We don't judge here.
okay, we love you. I was looking for Midnight Club, and the game came out in 2008, right? But the servers went down, like online servers went down in 2012 or 2013. But they recently brought it back up, and it was like a super big hit. Like streamers everywhere, like that played racing games, like restreamed it and everything. And I went to digitally download it off the store, and it's like this was not
Don't worry. The waveform looks weird right now,
I'll-
but it'll level out once the podcast actually comes out.
okay. They didn't have it in my country. It literally said it's not available in your country. I'm like, what? Bitch, what? They're like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean? It was made by Rockstar San Diego. Bitch, it was made in my country. Like,
My favorite
I was like,
shit-
like,
It was made in the state you're in.
It was literally made in the state I'm in. Like, what do you mean
I can
can't buy
drive there. It was made.
Rockstar tripping. Wait, hold up. So if Rockstar is mid, what's EA?
Extremely.
Trash?
Censor that.
Oh,
I have to censor that. don't I?
Just literally put a blur. Like,
It's
don't even
it's
cut it out.
it's level.
This is the podcast that no cap. I'm gonna have to edit the most. This is
Look.
like insane how much I have to edit this one.
To the people
We're
watching,
gonna be fine.
think of a person named. Think of how shitty they are. Now,
Wait, hold on. When you say
just
do I have to out?
no, just the name most mid name ever. Anyway, this is level for sure. Level at most. EA is bad. He's the worst company possible. Worst practices.
EA and Activision is fucking terrible.
How familiar are you guys with
Activision
racing
used to be
games?
so good.
Are you guys familiar with racing games?
No, not really.
Haven't played any of the newest.
Mario
Okay,
Kart.
Need for Speed. I know that I know that Forza Motorsport good.
Okay,
Forza is really good from what I'm
Basically, that's the
Absolutely.
only good new ones.
They're exclusively Microsoft and Xbox, so you're like PS4 will never see it. But Forza is honestly like the pinnacle of what Need for Speed was up until 2015. That's what Forza has always been. Like Need for Speed was great until they started becoming like super pay to play and like they didn't listen to the consumers at all. Like their last 3 games have been ass, but a new one just got released that's coming out in November.
Mhm.
It's called Heat. They're combining older elements of like 2005 Most Wanted, and then they're combining some of the actual game mechanics from like 2015. So I'm pretty lit for that. But yeah, that's all I got for the racing side.
We literally had a huge discussion about how we don't like pay-per-play shit.
Yeah. Oh god.
What I'm
And we didn't even touch upon Battlefront 2. We didn't even talk.
We ain't talking about
we
it.
not-
We're
we
not
not-
talking about
We
it.
didn't even go there.
we not finna talk
We're
about
not
that,
going
Chief.
there.
All right.
Let me see the list.
I just wanna. I've been seeing a new trend with games coming out where they're just basically trying so hard. No. They're right now. Call of Duty, what he said, Need for Speed, and the new Guilty Gear coming out. They're all trying to basically go back to their old formula and trying to build up from there.
Because it works.
Because like Call of Duty, this has been building up their exosuit garbage. They're like this whole new like the new creator class thing, the whole new score streaks. They're adding all these stuff that none of the old players like. So now a new Modern Warfare game coming out. They said they're going back, taking off everything and building up from that.
I just don't understand
Basically-
why they have to go back to it. Why can't they just stay at it and improve? Like I don't know why it's like
Because it's
this.
impossible
I know.
to improve on something that you took so long to make good, but it's never going to be as good as what you were trying to make.
What?
And I know that it's not showing up.
Can I say something that I think is really funny? If Aiden is being picked up by the mic, it'll make a really funny suggestion that you are actually strapped to the wall.
like people will actually think that this is bound and gagged. Like they're gonna call
Are you saying
911.
are you saying
Are you
he's
saying that I'm not?
I'm saying that I want him to be, is what I'm saying.
I am.
Okay then.
Oh, asking you shall receive.
So if
Anyway.
Okay.
Guilty Gear, the guy said he's basically taking everything you know about new Guilty Gear of the games and saying forget all that, forget everything new. We're going back to what made Guilty Gear, and building upon that. And so and what he said with Need for Speed, it's just these companies whose games have fallen off, except for Guilty Gear, it's still pretty popular with its fans. They're all like going back and trying to get the fans back to what they want. And that's just a new trend that I've been seeing with games now.
That's mid. That's mid.
It is not mid.
That's the Mario formula.
That is mid.
I personally think that Modern Warfare will be a really good game. From like what the gameplay I saw, I think that Modern Warfare will actually be like okay. When I say like good, I'm not say like compared to other Call of Duty games. Like I'm not saying that it's gonna be like COD
It'll be a
4
decent
good.
game.
I think it'll be better than what they produced like the past like 5 games.
What would you compare it to? Like if you could compare it to, would
I
you
think
compare it
it'll
to
be
COD 4 or Black Ops 1?
I think it'll be as good as Modern Warfare
There you
3. I think it'll probably be as good as Modern Warfare 3, but it won't be
Modern Warfare 3 for me was at least second best Call of Duty to ever come out.
Modern Warfare 1 is a go.
Modern Warfare 2 is the go for me.
Really?
Okay,
I like
yeah.
Modern Warfare 1.
Okay, Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3 was
the
like
first two
pinnacle.
of each series are the best Call of Duties for me. So Black Ops
That's
1
true.
and 2, and then COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2.
Black Ops 3 and San
are the 4 best Call of Duties.
I was literally a
Black Ops 3
sweaty ass.
sweaty.
Would you prefer I don't?
I would prefer that you don't, but to be honest with how much I'm already editing this podcast, I don't care anymore.
I was a sweaty motherfucker on
It's
Black
gonna be
Ops
fun
1.
it's gonna be fun listening to this.
It's such a hard R. I was a sweaty motherfucker.
On Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3, I was a sweaty motherfucker. Like those games were like the pinnacle of like my happiness in FPS
In
games.
life.
And then I came across like Battlefield Hardline. Low-key, the game mechanic it reminded me of like Ghosts with how slow it was. But I think I like Battlefield Hardline better than Battlefield 3, to be honest with you. I think I like the colors more.
Honestly, 360 online, like in that era, online games were so good.
Absolutely,
Bro, it was so bad. Like I barely played any single player games back then, and I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up to the single player games now. Back then I would only play Call of Duty, Halo, all that.
So your Nintendo Switch is currently on the floor charging.
He's good, bro. He's good.
Hey,
So-
y'all could curb stomp it. I don't care.
How many Joy-Cons did you bring? Did
Two.
you only have your 2?
I only have 2.
That's cool.
You have a game kicker?
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, no, we'll set it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Back.
No, dude. Okay. What did you think about when they announced the Nintendo Switch Lite? What was your first initial reaction?
I was just like, okay. It was just like, I'm not like, oh, this is stupid. I know what it's for.
Yeah, it's not meant for people who own a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
It's meant for people who either like don't care
Or like you're just getting into it. Like
Oh yeah, it's like
it's like a PSP for like it's like comparing a PlayStation 4 to like a PSP back then. Like it's literally like you still have one. Oh your god. You're actually a
I have an
monster,
Atari.
man. You do. That's
See-
that's older than me, bro. Like that's older than all of us, bro. That's older like 2 of us combined, at least.
See, the problem I see is what happens if it starts drifting? The sticks.
I think the tech is different.
Nintendo.
No, I think
The whole entire
No, 'cause-
Switch
'cause-
Lite.
No, because people said that, but like I think the tech inside of them is different. I don't think it's the same as the Joy-Con. I think it's a different.
Yeah, it's
thing.
probably gonna be hard to put the HD
'Cause
rumbling and all
remember,
that.
It doesn't have HD rumble.
No HD rumble.
No, because remember,
So there's probably room to like make the joystick thing.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the 4-button D-pad. It has the D-pad, so they have enough real estate to like have an actual like axis pot for the fucking stick.
Look, Nintendo, if you want to make money, please just make Joy-Cons with an actual D-pad on it. That's
You
just
wanna
what I
make-
want.
If you
that.
want to, if you
Already
want,
made that.
if you want to make
That's third
money,
party.
Nintendo, just hire Harry Sedrakyan.
Dude,
He will lead your creative team, your marketing team,
I will run
and
the
your production team. He would lead all 3 teams at a price of $3.99 an hour. Like,
I will
literally-
run the company
will-
into the ground. I will make sure it
even more than
burns.
it already is. Like, when you,
no, dude. Nintendo. When the Switch came out,
Oh, dude, they got
Nintendo
revived.
has been so goat since then.
Nintendo
Absolutely.
revived itself.
Exactly.
Yes,
Breath
literally.
of the Wild, go,
Go.
insanely go.
I saw like a trailer for a new game coming for PlayStation 4, which basically just looks
Like
looks
Breath of the
like
Wild?
Breath of the Wild. Like the grass looks exactly like it.
Can you like?
It's like an
can you,
anime.
be drifting up in the air on your little parachute and then fall like 1,000,000 feet
I
onto
don't-
a horse?
Probably. Probably.
Have you seen people do that? They're like paragliding and then they like fall from like 1,000,000 feet and they just like bust their nuts on a fucking horse. It's
Exactly.
Jesus,
Anyway,
yes. All of
Back
them.
to the Stadia.
crazy. I'm not
I just
talking
wanted to say,
Stadia.
I just wanted to say,
You ain't got the answers.
if you buy the games, and since you have to stream them, if the services go down, all those $60 games you buy, they're gone
gone.
forever. They're gone forever. They're not physical. They're not downloaded onto the console, obviously.
Oh, okay,
Because
so
you
that
stream
was
it.
that was the misconception that I had. I thought you were saying like, because you know how like PS4, Xbox, Switch, when you get a game digitally, the game is downloaded onto your console's memory.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. You're literally saying that like, if the servers go down, you can't do anything with the console anymore.
If something happens to the Google Stadia servers, you won't be able to play any games, even if it's just single player. You won't be able to do that because the servers are down. It can't stream it to your console. What are you going to do? And if the whole service just shuts down because it's not making enough money, the stupid blokes that bought it, they can't play their games
Blokes.
anymore.
The blokes.
Harry
Look at this man.
started this podcast and coming in with like a British accent.
Man. Man's just about to rock the world.
All right. What do I have after that? What's that? That Stadia's
Oh,
not even on
all
here.
right, bro, it's time.
Wait, hold
It's
on.
time.
What?
It's
Oh,
time.
no.
We must.
No.
Okay, we must.
We gotta finish the video game stuff.
We're an
No.
hour into the podcast.
I told you this is 2 hours long.
I told you guys are gonna have like a 45-minute.
All right. I wanted to talk about how much Fire Emblem has changed.
Okay.
The new
so
game came out.
The originally Fire Emblem. If you guys don't know, it was a.
Tracy a 776
No, dude, the names are fucking insane.
Dude, yeah.
Like they're insane.
Mystery of the Dragon Sword.
Like
or some shit
they
like
started out as your basic, just like RPG. What the fuck is the name for that? Turn-based strategy.
Turn-based strategy.
Turn-based strategy RPG, and now they're like insane. They're like nothing like how they originally started out. Like you know how Pokemon is still the same shit as it started.
What I wrote on the thing, I said it got persona'd
I haven't
because I know
You told me
I
to.
know you
I know
haven't, but
exactly.
I'll explain it. Basically, Persona 1 and 2.
compare me an RPG that's close to it. It's close to Persona.
I mean, it's just turn-based. It's Persona's turn-based. You go through dungeons.
Is it like Final Fantasy? Because you know how Final
It's
Fantasy,
close.
you know how Final Fantasy has like 5 different genres at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially with 15 just being
Okay,
just third-person fighter.
Okay,
What
I don't
was
want-
the MMO?
Huh?
What was the MMO? There was
14.
14.
14 is an MMO.
Okay,
It
hold on.
doesn't make sense.
I heard that it got revived, and it's actually good now.
Deadass? Low-key my call.
I just want to interrupt real quick. When you guys said there's like 5 different genres now, did you guys know? Well, you probably didn't. But the car from Final Fantasy, I think 8 or 14, is actually in Forza Horizon 4. Or in 4.
That's
Horizon-
goat.
I think I've heard-
It's in 3 and in 4.
That's GOAT.
Yeah.
The car is GOAT in that game.
Facts.
It looks
That's dope.
sick.
Facts.
Basically, Persona 1 and 2 came out, and they were just normal RPG games. I think they still had, like, you could talk to people and stuff. But then when Persona 3 came out, they basically, like, the percentage of RPG to, it's called social links. Basically talking to people and bringing up your relationship with them, which gives you stuff that you could use the dungeons.
Is Persona an RPG? Is Persona like how the RPG is like with Zelda? Because you know how some Zelda games are like technically an RPG? Like Zelda 2 is an RPG under technicality?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
It's,
Or like Breath of the Wild? Because Breath of the Wild has the same thing.
No. Persona is just like you walk around a hub, which is the main world, like the real world. You could talk to people, set up, like you could go on like dates with girls or hang out with the boys,
So it's Mario and Luigi.
somewhat.
Okay.
So you could build up your relationship with levels. When you level up your relationship with them, you get a new move that because they're like your sidekicks. You could they could use new moves, or like if they like get hit, you get HP, or like stuff like that. And basically, before the percentage was probably like 80 to 20, and now with the new Persona 3, it basically just said fuck y'all and increased the percentage of social stuff so much because of all like and it became so popular then. That's
all
why
the otakus.
and that's why Persona 3 through 5 are the only ones that are acknowledged, because they're the ones that got it popular, and they're so different from 1 and 2. And so like that's what being Persona'd is. And basically the new,
Because I saw Fire Emblem, and I saw the footage of Three Houses. I saw a character walking around in a hub, and I was like, that isn't Fire Emblem. Like, you don't do that in Fire Emblem.
that's been Fire Emblem for like,
That wasn't how it
past-
was in Awakening. Awakening didn't do that.
I think the last one started like you're able to like talk to people.
like the two separate ones on 3DS.
Yeah. They like started like talking to, like you could talk to people, build up your relationship with them, choose a waifu. And then
Can you repeat that one more time? For the
choose
people in the back?
choose a waifu.
Oh my god.
Basically, it's like it's like what's happened with Persona. And that's just crazy, cuz like what about all the old fans? Like the old fans that really like only the RPG elements.
Fellas, I gotta be honest with
There's
you.
still a lot of RPG, but
I still have a lot of errands to do. I think it's time.
so we have to okay.
I think it's time.
It is definitely time.
All right.
Let's do it.
I've been waiting.
Let's do it.
I've been waiting for this.
What quick question. Was Octoman actually in the comic books?
What?
Octoman?
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus?
Yeah, Doc
Yeah, of
Ock.
course.
Yeah, dude.
He was?
All
Yeah, of
Spider-Man
course.
villains
I don't
are in the
remember.
fucking
I
comic.
know, I just don't remember. My bad. Okay, my bad. Go
Well,
ahead.
he's the best. He's the best villain in Spider-Man.
Save this.
But he's
All right.
the best movie though.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 ain't go.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 is go.
Spider-Man 2
is-
ain't go.
Spider-Man 2 is go.
Look, okay. Best
shit.
Spider-Man movie.
Okay, look at
Look at the sound. Look at the waves,
Sound
bro.
picked it up. Holy shit.
Look, fucking Spider-Man 2 was the best movie when it came out. Then
And it still go.
No, Into the Spider-Verse came out, and Far From Home came out.
Far From Home is not better than Spider-Man 2 though.
Far From Home is better than Spider-Man 2. It's
How?
a better sequel.
Explain.
Because
Explain.
look, the transition in 1 to 2, basically, in Spider-Man 1, Mary Jane is a fuckhead throughout the entire movie, and we know this. In Spider-Man 2, she becomes even more of a fuckhead. She deadass is like, Peter, I want your dick, and then is like, nah, never mind.
No, you gotta understand. She at the end of Spider-Man 1, right? You know the scene at the funeral.
She tells
She tells him she loves him, and because he's Spider-Man, he says, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
To
so
protect her. She doesn't know he's Spider-Man.
Okay, so why under that fucking logic? What is? We gotta stop screaming. Why under that logic? Why under that logic does then at the end of Spider-Man 2, Peter's like, no, that's fine.
Because he learns that it can work.
No.
Yes, he does.
Spider-Man 3 showed that it doesn't work.
Exactly. That's why Spider-Man 3 is not a good movie. Okay, it's very enjoyable. I enjoy it more than Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
I agree.
But it kind of just ruins some character arcs.
Mary Jane was ruined to me from the very start. I don't like her characterization. She's not at all what she's supposed to be.
Kristen
Stewart,
her?
yes.
Okay.
Kristen Dunst.
Yes. Are you talking about her character or the way she's portrayed? Like her
Her
as
character.
a character or the way she's portrayed?
As a character. As a
So
character.
if it was any other actress, or if they
No,
completely
I'm talking about the
remodeled
character.
If they completely remodeled
He's
the character.
saying the character, like, not how she plays it. He's saying
Yeah.
like, the actual.
So the actual attributes of the character itself.
Her lines and how she's supposed.
How
to
she's written, basically.
Okay, how would you
Yeah.
want her to be written?
Not as much as a dick.
Yeah, she's a dick in the.
But
She's
almost every-
conflicted
Oh, I was about to
between
She's not
her
meant to.
feelings. She really loves Peter.
She's not meant to
But
be
Pe-
conflicted.
Okay, if
Yes,
she
she
loved
is.
Peter, why did she go and fuck up with
In Spider-Man
his best friend?
2.1, with the extended scenes,
Man said 2.1.
Hey, that's what it's called.
Bro, please.
there's added scenes. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It's added.
It's a DLC. It's a DLC.
It's like when the Avengers came back and they added something after the credit and DLC to movies, bro.
The weird CGI hole.
It's the new wave.
They added scenes with Mary Jane where she's talking to her friend, and it shows like she's conflicted between like if she really likes the astronaut dude or not.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
Her whole character of being with the astronaut dude is literally only to spite Peter. It's not meant because she likes him. She does it because she knows it's gonna piss off Peter.
She does it because she can't get Peter. She just wants to feel happiness. She doesn't feel happy.
Okay, that doesn't mean she just has to get any random dude.
So
I know, but
she
she didn't go up to him. He came up to her and she's like, all right, I'll try this.
So her relationship with the astronaut is. Do you think it's the same type of relationship as she has with Harry in Spider-Man 2? How it's basically to spite Peter.
In
No.
Spider-Man 1, it wasn't to spite Peter.
Yeah.
She just
I said 2.
her relationship
With Harry.
in 2
In 2?
Yes.
or 3.
In two-
In 2, they didn't have a relationship. I
Yeah.
mean, they were just
I
like
think in 3 they showed
friends.
they had their
Yeah, they were
like
just
Harry
kinda
just showed
friends.
up to her play, and then they also showed up to his birthday party.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, no, a lot of the scenes in that movie sometimes get mixed up with me.
I think I
Yeah, when was the last time you watched it, buddy?
The last time I
Dude,
watched it?
like-
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Bro, you're a liar.
That was
we
recent.
should have watched it.
That was
last
recent.
night.
I haven't watched
I
it.
should have watched it last
I
night.
haven't watched it in years, dude. Holy shit.
Last
It's
time
been
I
like a
watched it was
minute.
probably, like right after we watched Far From Home. That's when I watched Spider-Man.
Far From Home, go.
Okay, I think what.
But it's not better than Spider-Man 2.
Yes, it is.
The character arcs in Spider-Man 2 are done better.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. What the hell did
Peter
Peter,
Par-
learn at the end of Spider-Man 2?
That he can be Spider-Man and find happiness at the same. He be happy
He did
and
that
be
in
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 1.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man. Hold on. Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1.
Remember, at the very end, when Green Goblin is killed, Peter is like, all right, this is my responsibility, and I have to do it no matter what.
Yeah,
And then in Spider-Man 2, he's just like, oh, well, fuck it.
that's exactly okay. Okay.
What do you fucking
What-
mean?
It's in Far From Home. His arc is similar to the arc that happens in Spider-Man 2, and it is done better in Spider-Man 2.
It's done better in Far From Home.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
He's just being a whiny bitch.
Because that's what Peter is.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Look, hold on.
that was
Look at the
spicy.
characterization between those two characters.
Look, in Far From Home,
The Peter in Far From Home is not meant to be an exact replica of the Peter
It's
in
not.
the original universe.
obviously,
And the Peter
But-
the
but-
Peter in the Sam Raimi movies isn't like how Peter actually is.
he's closer.
He
He's closer than Thing to the older Peter Parker. And
Peter in the Sam Raimi films is like a complete pushover. That's not how exactly he is in the comics. He's a bit of a snarky asshole.
He is.
That's not how he is in the
Man's
Sam
lost
Raimi
his
films.
powers in the second one, bro.
Exactly.
Yes.
Man's lost his
No,
confidence.
that's also mid.
Man's
That's
a
also
bitch.
mid. The organic web shooters, that's mid.
Man's a bitch.
That's mid.
How do you
That's
lose your
good.
confidence?
That's
You're
mid.
Spider-Man, bro. How do you
Look,
how do you lose your powers?
how it happens
Actual weapons.
is that
Yeah.
Fucking
Tobey Maguire's life in Spider-Man 2 is so shitty, and he still be Spider-Man. He still takes the time out of his day to save people.
What do you mean he gave up?
He gave up being Spider-Man.
He gave up because he lost his powers. His body broke down because of all the stress.
If the movie wasn't
all the
like
stress.
A mid-ass movie, what do you mean?
All the stress. You're not even a part of this. Get out of here.
He lost his powers, but then this dude Peter Parker in Far From Home comes back from being turned to dust. So
This is factual.
This is.
And he doesn't remember being dusted.
Truer words have never been spoken.
okay.
It's like pausing a movie.
His whole arc throughout that movie is, oh my god, Tony is gone. I have to be a new Tony, and I'm not ready to be Tony Stark.
And Tony bring Tony.
You can't tell me
Where's
Tony
Uncle Ben? Please. The movies don't have Uncle Ben in it.
Not me, bro.
Uncle.
Dude, that's gonna show so loud.
I'm sorry for everyone's ears.
We're
I'm
probably
really sorry.
disturbing my family.
I'm really sorry for your guys' ears.
I think what makes Far From Home.
You gotta talk a little louder.
Okay, I think here, hand me the microphone.
I will hand you this microphone.
Okay.
I think what makes Far From Home like more to Luis. I think this is what he's getting at a little bit, even if he doesn't know it. I think like what makes it
point it more this way.
what makes it like good is the fact that it's relatable in a sense that it's like it shows more struggles with Peter, like trying to become like actually like a responsible Spider-Man, not just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you, Nick Fury. I'm just gonna go on my own.
Exactly.
Go fuck Zendaya or something like that. Like I think that it shows
Would
like
you
his
Would you rather fuck Zendaya?
actual struggles.
Kristen Dunst?
Zendaya.
And it like
I'd rather fuck Zendaya.
This is not what this
Let's not forget
podcast is
that
about.
Tobey
That's
Maguire was
absolutely
probably
what
like
the podcast is
22 years old, like 25 years old when he was filming Spider-Man 2. So I feel like it's more believable in Far From Home.
Dude, Tom Holland is like what? 23?
Yeah.
But he looks like a
You
high
only-
schooler.
you only-
He looks like a high schooler.
You only like Far From Home because he has a good accent. That's it. He has a better accent than Toby. That's all you like it.
He does a pretty good accent. Not gonna lie.
Because you're a New Jersey boy and you want your boys from New Jersey to sound exactly like you, buddy.
He's not from New Jersey, bro.
He's from Queens.
He's from Queens.
Juice boys.
Huh?
That's close.
Juice boys.
Juice boys. That's all I have to say.
Juice boys.
Juice boy. Oh, I
boys.
don't even know what that means. Anyway, look,
This has been an intense 12 minutes.
in Far From Home,
Far from go.
Far From Mid, he basically endangers people because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be there.
Because and that
He
shows that probably
like,
shows good struggles.
He lets the conflict
struggles within
endanger
himself.
people and put people.
What do you mean? When what was it? Hydra Man shows up in the movie, he deadass is like, "Hey, everybody, leave. Let me be Spider-Man real quick. I don't have my Spidey
He
suit.
didn't do
Fuck
anything.
it.
No,
I'm gonna try to help."
I think Harry's just talking about that one
Look.
drone scene where he like shoots up the bus or something. Like I think is that what you're talking about? Like endangering
I'm just
people?
saying. In the Nick Fury says to Spider-Man, I think after fighting, what was it? Magma Man? Is that his name?
The fire,
fire
dude.
dude.
Fire dude. He tells Peter like, you he yells at Peter. He like you let your own emotions get the better of you, and then you almost endangered people because you don't want to be here, or like he even says that in the movie. Nick Fury says that. Do you not remember?
He does say that.
Does he? I don't remember.
Yeah,
he does.
He's
I
like,
I watched it twice.
He's like, you need to decide like whether or not.
No,
you
I
wanna
remember he
drop
was-
oh,
being
yeah, no, I
Spider-Man
remember.
Or take full responsibility and be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And like I think that's a good thing about the movie because it shows like actual like legit choices that he has to make.
No, but
And,
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
legit-
Like Peter.
Like good like character development.
No, but this is the thing. You could see this parallel in Spider-Man 2 as well.
Yeah.
Peter doesn't want to be Spider-Man.
But he still does it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He lets the stress.
In Far From Home, he decides that it's better to continue being Spider-Man than just let it go.
Okay, but
He decides that, hey, I have to. People are looking up to me to be basically the new Iron Man. I have to fulfill my role, even if I
Yeah.
don't want to. I have to do it.
of course, and then no, I got it. Basically, Tom Holland's Spider-Man doesn't have a lot of problems. He does. He has. Yes.
Explained it, man. He just explained the problem.
He has Tony Stark dies, That's basically it. His life at home.
What problem?
His life at home is
What
good.
does Peter have?
In Spider-Man 2,
Yes.
he lives in a shitty apartment.
That's not
He
his
can
problem.
barely pay for it. He can't pay for the rent. He's missing classes in a university because he has to be Spider-Man. He rather be he
Okay.
chooses to be Spider-Man and save those people because he has to. He's the only one with the
Bring my
power.
fucking closet.
I'm so sorry. One thing I can give to Spider-Man 2 is that it shows the actual nitty-gritty, realistic part of his character by showing what he does go through when he takes off the mask. That I can appreciate.
I don't. What I don't.
He has
like,
a shitty motorcycle.
No,
His
motorcycles
aunt
go.
his aunt
His
can't even
motorcycles
pay
go.
for her own house.
Dude,
on me.
And he tries to help her. She doesn't want.
Hold on.
She doesn't want to
No,
give him more
Don't even get me
stress.
started on Aunt May. Aunt May is the worst character in those.
What are you
movies.
talking
She
about?
is terrible.
She's good.
No,
She
she's
helps
not.
Peter.
She's not as good, I'll tell you, as the Far
All
From
right,
Home.
you just
I'll tell
Aunt
you
May
that.
thick.
I'll tell
Aunt
you-
May in the Far From Home and Homecoming is just what's it called?
She's a surrogate mother to him.
She's just there for humor.
She's there
That's
for-
all. All her scenes are just full of humor. That's it.
Okay, so are you getting mad?
No,
at
I'm just
Far From
saying,
Home? No,
most
are
of
you
the
getting mad at-
characters-
Are you getting mad? at
Most
Far
of those
From Home?
characters in Far From Home, Homecoming are only used. What's it called?
Happy wasn't.
Most of those. Okay, Happy wasn't, but most of those characters are only there for jokes.
Okay, so
Ned
you're
isn't used for jokes.
you're
Ned is used for.
essentially-
He was all jokes in Far From
No,
Home.
Ned is a bunch of jokes.
He was
Don't get me
literally
wrong.
all jokes.
I think Luis was being sarcastic.
He literally went in, got a girlfriend. That's all his character was because he was taking over my girlfriend, leaves. And then when they get back, fuck that B. I don't need it no more.
I used her. I'm done with
We
her.
didn't even talk about like Doc Ock and Mysterio.
Can we talk about Doc Ock?
I think. Okay, look.
Both of Tom Holland's villains
No,
were
you
influenced by Stark. That's just what I'm gonna say.
I think it's actually pretty interesting because
Hold on.
I hate how much Tony Stark is used in the films. That's just my problem, and I hate how they're using Tony Stark
as a replacement for Uncle
as
Ben.
Uncle Ben. Yeah, but like Uncle Ben hasn't been talked about in his own 2 movies, and he was talked about a little bit in Civil War. Obviously, they're not going to talk about him Endgame or Infinity War.
Yeah.
And
hey, yo, what happened to Uncle Ben?
hey, if everyone back, what about Uncle Ben? Obviously, they can't just bring him up randomly. But other than that, in the 2 Spider-Man films that we've had with Tom Holland, no mention and maybe like a split second of his briefcase with his initials on it, and that's it.
I don't think he needs to be mentioned.
Uncle Ben is such an important character to Spider-Man. He's the reason he's out there. Uncle Ben
hold
taught
on.
him
Hold on.
what it means to be a hero.
Hold on. You can't tell me that not having Uncle Ben.
It doesn't ruin the film.
No. But you can't tell me that the Uncle Ben in the Sam Raimi films. was
He's a
used
good
better.
character.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
She's in there for like a quarter of the movie.
The scenes with Uncle Ben in Spider-Man 1 and in Spider-Man 2 were all good.
The problem is, Peter didn't learn. Peter
He
didn't learn
did.
from it. No, when at the very beginning,
He let his emotions get the best of him after Uncle Ben was shot.
no, but even after he goes after him for revenge, he's not going because like, oh, this is the right thing to do. Oh, this is what I want to do. Which is pretty good characterization. I'll give you that. But like, I don't think Uncle Ben in those movies is anywhere near as good as like you would probably say he is. I think as a character, he serves literally only the purpose to die.
Yeah, that's literally what Uncle Ben's
No,
written
but
there.
he's
to,
not used
to
effectively
kickstart
to that.
to kickstart like Peter as Spider-Man.
Because Peter basically doesn't give a shit when he dies.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
Out of he sees Uncle Ben on the ground, shot. He hears over the police radio, or like hears the police talking on the walkie about where they seen the vehicle leaving, and then he goes after him out of revenge, as an emotional response to his uncle dying right in front of him.
With the comics, that matches up.
Yes, with his father, it's a father figure that just died right in front of him because of his mistakes. He caused it to happen because he let the robber go. He let the robber go, and at the when the guy
At the
robbed the
wrestling scene.
wrestling dude, and then he has to carry that burden, and then in the next scene he regrets doing what he did, killing.
Peter almost kills the guy who he thought killed Uncle Ben.
Yeah, until they retconned in Spider-Man 3.
That's not.
That was not planned.
That's.
I
not
don't think
good.
that.
How do you? I can't remember specifically in the original comic if Peter does that, but why, if he just saw his uncle who had beforehand told him that, like, hey, you got to be a responsible person, he's just gonna decide to up and be like, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Because it was an emotional response. Out of emotion, he did it, and he learned from it. He started being a hero right after, and
Hey, can we go kill that Gary dude?
wow. Anyway, let me read my bulletins.
Are we talking about like
here's what I
Spider-Man
have.
2 and Far From Home as like actual story-wise?
Actual story-wise movies.
Or are we talking about like are they
Are we
good?
comparing? Or do you
Who's
know
better? Who's better cinematically in terms of like looking at it from a filmmaker point of view?
Here's what I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
Far From Home.
Wait, what? What was the
Like
question?
looking at the film, not as like
at it as a film,
like as a film and the structure.
technologically and
Structure?
cinematically,
Spider-Man 2.
like-
Easy.
no, not structure, but like in terms of the like how good the movie's made. Like in terms
The
of
director,
all
the movie
all
is.
the
Sam
the
Raimi
shots
is
and
a
the
much
scenes.
better director than John Watts. Is that his name?
I think that's
I
the
think
director.
He's much. It's the style in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 are way better than Far From Home. Far From Home
think
just looks like another
Far From
MCU movie.
Far From Home, it just looks great.
It looks like another MCU movie.
I know, and that's what makes
It's
it
eye
good
candy.
though.
Huh?
It's eye candy.
Yeah,
It's nice to look
think-
at.
No.
I think Far
No.
From
Far
Home.
From
The
Home is nice to look at.
cinematography,
I think Far
in
From
some
Home,
parts, yeah.
I think
But the cinematography for the most part is just
hold on.
MCU level.
The scene with MJ and Peter is one of the best like romantic scenes that we've ever gotten in the MCU. It's filmed way better than like anything else.
MCU is not really doesn't have
Exactly,
the best
but
track
no,
records
but I'm
with
saying like
romance.
the film is that
Yeah.
that specific scene is shot really well.
Let's not forget Age of Ultron when they try to put Bruce Banner and
and
Black Widow together.
what's it called? I think that Far From Home
What's
is.
the problem?
I think Far From Home's best scene in terms of cinematics is
The best scene is at the very end.
is no. I think the well
The best scene is at the
okay.
very
Best
end.
scene is at the very end.
No. Far From Home best scene is when he first really fights Mysterio
Yeah, when he fights Mysterio and he gets just completely fucked up.
and he gets hit by the train.
Yeah, that's the
That's a
best.
goat.
That's the
That's a goat
best scene.
And then
the
he goes
second
to,
best.
Wait, where does he go?
What's with second Spider-Man movies?
Norway or
Yeah.
something after that.
What's with second Spider-Man? No, he was in the Netherlands.
Yeah, there you go, there you
The
go.
Netherlands.
What's with second Spider-Man movies and trains?
Okay,
The train
hold on,
fight
I'm
scene
not-
in
hold on.
Spider-Man
They
2.
not-
put
I'm
that
not
in
gonna-
because
hold
of
on.
Spider-Man.
I'm
Top.
not gonna lie. The Spider-Man 2 train, that train scene, one of the
That
most
is top.
GOAT scenes in history of film.
Yeah.
That shit's amazing.
My thing is, I feel more emotion watching Spider-Man 2, more like emotions during like the scenes where like Peter's thinking about like what he should do.
Do you want cookies?
No, I do not want fucking cookies.
I'm not
Do
gonna.
you want, do you
Sir,
want those
sir, yes,
cookies
sir.
while you're on the phone talking to? I think he's talking to Mary Jane.
Oh yeah,
Drinking milk?
that's a good one.
I just want. I just want.
Because
this little piece.
Spider-Man is so
Everyone's turning on him. Harry hates him. He told Aunt May that he was there at Uncle Ben's death and he caused it. Out of emotion, Aunt May kind of like doesn't know what to feel and just like walks away from Peter. Mary Jane doesn't fuck with him anymore.
No,
Or, like,
Mary Jane.
He's
fucked
all
with him.
alone, and then one person comes up to him and out of gratitude gives him cookies.
Okay, I feel
That
like
is a good scene.
This might be a hot take. I feel like this kind of ties up both of your guys' arguments over here. I feel like with Far From Home, you connected with him more based off of his charisma, and because it was like a peppier movie. And I feel like Spider-Man 2 was more nitty gritty and realistic, and you understood him and connected
Yeah.
him.
I feel, okay,
a
this
realistic
is what
part.
I say to like have both of our arguments come into play a bit. Why the fuck is it so quiet?
I don't know.
Boop.
I feel like I'm the loud one.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Oh, I just wasn't talking to him. I think. Correctly.
Hope
You're
you
fine,
fix
you're fine.
this, bro.
Hey, bro.
Are we good?
We're chilling.
So, like, the thing with Spider-Man 2, I feel Spider-Man 2 does an effective job with giving Peter. I feel Spider-Man 2 lets us, the viewers, experience the emotion of what Peter's going through,
Absolutely.
while Far From Home makes us connect with Peter. You feel what Peter's going through in Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
While in Spider-Man 2, you don't feel what Peter is feeling per se.
I feel it. I'm Spider-Man.
Honestly, Spider-Man 2, I feel like connects with the whole just spectrum of viewers, because people that are actually like physically or emotionally going through stuff, they can connect Spider-Man 2. I feel like Far From Home doesn't really connect to the full spectrum of viewers. Like, it only connects to people that are going through like happy times in their life or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, like, man is on the phone while in the podcast.
Who let him have his phone up there?
Man is he's
How is he calling on the wall?
He's literally bound and gagged on the wall. How is he operating his mouth?
All right.
Wait, who is coming?
Abe is coming. He's not gonna come in though. We're just like dab me up.
Oh my god.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
I'm gonna stab Abe.
I'm gonna stab
him.
this dude, bro. On God, we're gonna kill him.
Anyway,
On God,
We gotta wrap this up.
I feel like Spider-Man 2 does his emotional scenes way better than Far From Home's emotional scenes.
Okay,
I
and there's
agree with that.
only like
Wait,
there's
yeah.
only really one.
Way that we can-
There's only really one emotional scene in
No,
Far From
I
Home.
agree with Harry completely on that. Like 100%. The emotional scenes in Spider-Man 2 are absolutely.
I think Peter as a character is closer to how Peter is in the MCU. than he is
MCU
in
Peter
Sam
is
Raimi.
more likable. It's easier to like MCU Peter. Tom Holland is very charismatic
He's
and
cute.
he is cute. He is thick, just like Aunt May. You know where he got it from.
Exactly.
You got an Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben's right.
Oh, yeah.
60 minutes in the
Uncle
microwave?
Ben is fucking big, dude.
Uncle Ben's Tobey Maguire. That'd be sick. I want that. Anyway,
Just the next fucking scene is just a scene of Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire walks in. Hey, I'm back. I got the milk, bro. Where have you been? I walked out. You walked out on someone who's not even your own child.
Hey, Loki, should we just tell Abe to FaceTime us?
Yeah, I don't want like 4 people walking.
I don't want to
dude.
kill Abe.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm gonna kill that dude.
Wait, never mind.
Tell him come here.
On God, I'm gonna kill that dude, bro. No cap.
Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2. He goes through so much shit, and he like when he loses power, it's because basically like all the stress, everything gets to him. His like body basically breaks down, loses the powers. He doesn't know what to do, and then he has that whole scene where he's carefree. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Sick ass scene, best song, insane freeze frame at the end. But after there's a scene where he saves the little Asian girl from the fire.
That's a good
That
scene.
is a good scene,
That's a good
showing
scene.
that even without his powers, he could still be a hero. But because all the stress got to him, because he didn't have powers, 2 more people died instead. Where he could have saved them. And then
This is a great argument by your boy over here. I'm not gonna lie.
And
I can think while doing it.
the scene where it like everyone at the end, everyone has turned on him. He goes talks to Aunt May. She says sorry. She like sorry for, acting like that. I didn't.
Even though she's like clearly packing up his shit and saying, "Hey, leave."
No. She's moving.
Isn't some of
She's
this
moving to an apartment.
Isn't all the
She-
shit that she's moving like some of that stuff is his?
Yeah.
Hold on. Why is
He gave away her
Hold on,
comics
hold
too.
on,
Like
hold on. Why is Aunt May's apartment in Spider-Man 3 better than her home in Spider-Man 1 and 2?
I don't know.
Hey man, look, her little finance.
Hey, it had it upstairs though. That was sick. That was sick though. The part in Spider-Man 1 where he just wall runs onto the wall, kicks Uncle Ben in the face. That was sick.
I know what he's talking about.
So we can just agree into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie?
Yes.
Okay. We're done. We're done.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay,
No, we're not talking. You ain't got
I'm
the answer,
just-
Sway.
I'm
You
just-
ain't got the
I'm
answer.
just
How,
looking at-
Sway? How?
Yeah, we good.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Oh, I just wanted to bring up during the sports part. I just wanted to bring up this insanely stupid thing I found.
Can you recap on the sports part for your boy?
We just talked about
We just
Madden.
we just
gotta listen
said
to the
sports.
podcast.
We just said sports games suck.
I'm gonna have to fight you after this.
2K only good if you play with other people. You cannot play that game by yourself.
I have to strongly disagree with you. What do you mean? You prestiging in Call of Duty and grinding is the same thing as going to 90.
Just turn off and-
No. What do you mean, bro? Just because you have no friends to play with does not mean that.
No, I have friends play. I have friends play. But if I go and mindlessly grind, my brain will die. My brain will break. I've tried grinding. It's so bad.
Dude, okay, honestly.
You just cheese the AI the entire time.
What do you mean?
You cheese.
Did you even play 2K19?
I played 2K19. I paid for the microtransactions to get my character up.
Oh, you dude.
My guy's name is Wilhelm Foreskin, and he will ball you up, bro. He's on the Grizzlies.
Bro, are you talking about? I'm talking about my park.
I'm talking about too. My career. You go on the park too.
I understand that, but who plays my career?
After a certain point,
You literally you play it just enough to get to a certain level, then you gotta grind out to go to my park and actually dominate.
I know,
If
but
you're playing, you gotta. Play
if you want to
Fortnite.
get higher, you have to grind my career. My career is the only way to grind up to 99.
Practice and all the little like practice center and shit like that. I just cussed again. I'm sorry. It's at this point you don't care, huh? You just gave up.
Bruh, N-word. I said the N-word. Bleep that out. Bruh, Gary's just said the N-word right now. He bleeped it out.
Aiden, the hard R?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Can y'all take me down from the wall?
No.
We can't take you down. From the wall.
Sorry, buddy.
I've been on this wall for like 3 hours now, and it's kind of I'm kind of chafing right now. Can y'all help?
Aiden, can we close out the podcast now?
Hold on.
Yeah, I think.
I just wanted to.
Shut
No,
up.
let me finish.
Shut
Just
up.
one thing.
Shut up.
One thing. I thought it was funny.
It's nearly 7:30, dude.
Three. I don't know how many. 3 Maddens ago, they said. Shut up. 3 Maddens ago. They took out the Pro Bowl. Because they said the technology was not good enough to have all different helmets, loaded into the game, and they couldn't do it. And then now, hey guys, get the new Madden Pro Bowl. It's like as a new addition, it's like, hey, new Pro Bowl. It's like you're on the same hardware. What happened before?
All right.
On the next
How
episode.
they just have the helmets?
Was 3 Maddens ago? Was that Madden on the new gen?
It's 2 Maddens ago. I think it was
It's still new gen.
3 Maddens ago? I don't think that was new gen. I don't think that
2000,
was new gen.
2016.
3 Maddens ago? That was 2018. No, 2017.
bro.
So it came out in 2016.
PS4 been out for a long time.
PS4's been out.
2014.
No, it's been both the PS4 and Xbox One came out in 2013.
FIFA mid.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, okay, then it must have been late year 2013 because when GTA 5 released in 2013, they didn't have new gen. They started getting new gen like.
No,
6 months
the
later.
Xbox One came out in like November 2013.
They released GTA. They released GTA late onto new hardware. Onto the new hardware.
When it first released on Xbox 60 and PlayStation 3, PC was a big struggle. PC had to wait like a year.
On the
Oh
next
my
episode of Waterboys,
Wait,
me
okay, yeah,
and Aiden,
let's end it. Let's end it.
on the next episode of Waterboys, me and Aiden actually talk about sports.
Yeah.
Fuck sports. Fuck sports.
Hopefully I'll be taken out on the wall by then. All right, we're done.
Sports mid.
All around.